And here we are. And here we are. Hello, I'm Tony. Let's see who's here. And here we are. Oh, let me turn that off. And here we are. I have two going at once. I never know which chat window is going to be the one that I look at. It's the one that I use in the background, or is it the one that I'm looking at on YouTube? All right. What part of Vegas? I am in Fremont Street. I'm at the Golden Nugget tonight. I don't know why. I just decided to do it. I was home a couple days ago, and I was going to drive out here and do a whole thing, but I had just gotten back from Connecticut. I went to Mohegan Sun, got my gambling bug on a little bit, and visited my family and had some fun. And I was like looking around one night, late at night, and I was like checking out Vegas. I was like, who goes there on Mondays? So the flight out here was like $80. The flight back is $50, and the rooms are like, for a suite is like under $100. So I'm like, why don't I just go to Vegas for 2 nights and see what the hell happens and have some fun, do a live stream, do some video editing, and then come back and do the mountain biking. Also, for those of you that don't know, Vegas does have some rad trails. There's a Blue Diamond trails that I rode once before the channel. So I'm going to be planning on coming back out here the next month or two. Got some traveling coming up that we'll talk about, but I definitely want to bring Droney out here and take him out to the desert. I will suffice to say how hot it's going to be. I'm realizing that we're getting into the summer months here, and mountain biking in Vegas becomes like almost deadly. Snakes are out. It's like 110 degrees. So I might have to save the Blue Diamond trails to the fall time or winter time, but it will happen this year. All right, let's see who's in the chat. Let's see who is doing what. We've got Air Blair here. We've got Octodad. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to go see any shows yet. I'm going to figure it out tomorrow. I'm going to see what looks good. If you have any recommendations, leave them in the comment feed. This is just kind of like a one-off, fun little live stream that I decided to do. I don't do these very often, and I feel like I should do more because I like doing them. If I'm in the mood, I like talking. The only thing that's weird about doing a live stream by yourself is that you're kind of talking to yourself. Like I'm staring at myself, and you guys are here, which is awesome. But like it's kind of weird staring at a whole big set on the computer of me. But I'm in the Golden Nugget right now. I've got a nice room. It's very contemporary, as you can see. I did check in and got some craps tables in. $100 already, so that's cool. I hit, for those of you that know how to play craps, I hit a nickel yo, so that was $75. Nice, right off the come out. And I hope I stay in the good mood for the next couple days. So I'm just gonna go and explore tomorrow. Do some exploring around Fremont Street. I've never been here before in this part of Vegas, so it's gonna be pretty fun, I think, just to walk around and just be in on a different planet. Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it feels like a different planet here on Fremont Street. There's a crazy ceiling with like, it looks like a movie screen for like a half a mile. And they have like burner jets, like fighter jets flying over you with sound. They have fireworks going at nighttime. The whole thing turns up into fireworks. There's people flying over you on zip lines. From being here for just like 3 hours, I want to say it feels like the new Vegas Strip is here. They've completely redone old Vegas now. They still have that like classic Vegas dude hanging up there like that. But you know, it feels completely different. The future is here, and I'm living in it right now. All right, let's check into the chat, you guys. It's kind of hard to bounce around a little bit. No, it's not hard to bounce around. It's kind of easier to bounce around if you have someone else in the chat. But so I'm going to do my best to kind of talk to you, let you know what's going on in this live stream, and then jump in and out of the comments right now. My wife just said Pip is watching. This is just for Pip. Who is it? Who is it? That means the squirrels are close by, and he puts up his ears and he gets on. He's like on high alert. Anyway, moving on. Let's see who else is in here. Bobby Vacco, betting on the little plastic horses. Blue Man Group is a good show. I actually have seen that here before. I've been to Vegas where I hung out maybe twice before, and the Blue Man Group was good. I ended up walking out of the show, not because it was bad, but because I had to pee so bad in the middle of the show. And it's a very intimate environment. So I felt really weird about walking back in. Also because they kind of make a scene out of the audience. They kind of pick on the audience a little bit. So I was like kind of freaked out. So maybe I'll go again tomorrow. That's a good idea. So I guess part of this is an update on going into bike park season, going into my travel season. What happens is I like to plan out a lot of my travels around the last month or so going into the summertime, because I got to be honest with you, for me, our SoCal heat is pretty hot. So unless you're getting up to go and ride, which a lot of us do early morning or just at sunset, the afternoons are pretty brutal. And that's my favorite time to ride is. So I like to plan out my excursions and get away for the summer months. So what I'm planning to do and what I've got on the radar right now is the next couple of weeks, I'll be at Sky Park. For those of you guys that haven't heard about what's going on at Sky Park, they have a Sky Park Festival. YT Denezi will be there. A bunch of other brands, and it'll be a really fun time. That's in 2 weeks. Next weekend, I'm going to be staying in one of their Airstreams, making a video, and they've got a craft beer festival on Saturday. They also have a bike swap on Saturday. So I'm just going to be hanging out most of those 2 weekends, hanging out with friends. A lot of you guys that are in the chat, I probably will see you there. And then June is a huge month for traveling. So June, I'm going to be in Park City for a couple of weeks. I was invited to a media event. I'm flattered to even be invited anywhere. And with the channel growing, I get invited to these things now, and it's very exciting for me. And I'm going to be going to Park City, staying at Deer Valley, riding the bike park with a bunch of other media people. I don't know who they are yet. I think there's some from different like meat magazines and outlets and things like that. They were invited. There's an itinerary on this, which is going to be pretty interesting because I'm used to just going with the flow and just going and doing my own thing every day. And we'll see how it goes. It's going to be pretty fun. Then I'll be at Solitude, and then and only then I'm going to be driving across the entire state of Nevada and ending out that trip, about a 2-3 week trip in Downeyville. And we've got a really fun, amazing Patreon group road trip that all of us are going to be going and meeting in Downeyville and just hanging out together for a long 3-day weekend. And I'm really stoked about that. There's some really great people going, some YouTubers that are going to be joining us, and I'm talking a lot. I'm going to check in with the comments a little bit here. Bobby Vago says Burn Peak. Burn Peak is definitely on my list. It's a little far from SoCal. That's more of a fly-in destination, I would say. Julian says, do you plan on riding in Vegas? I flew in this time, so I don't think I'm going to ride here this time. I'm only here for a day. I just kind of wanted to do something crazy and just did it. And my wife's cool enough to allow me to do these things. I don't know if allow is the right word, but my wife's pretty cool where she just kind of like, I get the bug. I get antsy if I'm sticking around the house too much or if I'm local for too long, and I get the travel bug. So sometimes I'll just disappear for 2 days, go to Idyllwild, go to Big Bear, go to Vegas. This is the first time I've actually done something like this. It was supposed to be a really short, quick exit, but the flight was delayed like an hour and a half, and then the Uber to get to the hotel was more expensive than the flight. So it's one of those live and learn things. I probably won't fly in again, soon, but now that I'm here and settled, I'm having a great time. Adam Mock is going to Downeyville. He says it's going to be fun in Downeyville. I totally agree. For those of you that don't know, I am tattooless. I don't have any, and there's been 100 times that I almost went and got a tattoo. I think that there's one that's been in my head since I was a kid. My mom owned a skateboard park called the Playground, and there's a really rad star logo with the P and the G facing each other, and I've had that on my tattoo list for a long time. So I think that maybe I should have brought the sticker with me. That is going to be the tattoo that I do get, the first one that I do get. And a lot of people tell me once you get your first one, it's kind of addicting. You just kind of want to add on to it, and it just grows into this thing. We'll see. We'll see if I get the bug or not. But, I'm in my 40s now. I don't know if I'm going to become a tattoo guy. Cell phone that says, Tony, when you come back to Vegas, you have to ride the Burbs Super Tech. Never heard of that. I would like to know more. Adam says, I got my balls grabbed at MGM Grand last time I was there. Hurt so bad. Tell me more. What the hell? Yeah. Adam, you need to elaborate a little bit on that, buddy. What else is going on? Hold on. I've got to tell you about this disgusting drink I'm having right now. It's the Smirnoff Ice Smash Peach Mango. The only thing they had in the hotel lobby as I was coming up and checking in, I was almost late to come up here. They had like a little essentials thing, and it was like Michelob Ultra or like Mike's Hard Lemonade in this. And I was like, that's it. So I wanted to have something to sip on while we're doing this. So I got that, and I got a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Not something that I'm very proud of. I like craft beer, and I'm not supporting the the sugar levels in my brain are going to be going crazy pretty soon. All right. What else is going on, you guys? We've got a couple of you out there right now. I know, ew. I know my wife hates it when I drink this stuff. She like despises this stuff. MB said you mentioned Sky Park. When is that? This coming weekend I'll be there. I'm going to be in Airstream, and then the following weekend is the Sky Park Bike Festival. And then after that, I'm going to be traveling in June. But if you guys are at Sky Park in the next 2 weeks, I'm definitely going to be there. Come and say hello. I have some other things going on that are going to be pushed out for travels. I'll talk about that later. So in the planning phases for doing that. And while I have my wife here, and did I mention that she's pretty cool because she allows me to do these things? Yeah, allows. Because I have a different lifestyle than she does. She's got the 9-to-5 job. She works really hard, and I'm living the YouTube channel life right now. So it's not that it's not work. It is. It's just that I get to choose my own hours, working from home and doing my own thing, and then going on mountain bike trips, which is insane to say this out loud because I don't ever do it, is kind of what I do for work now. So as long as I'm making content and making videos, and you guys are interested in them, then that's 2 thumbs up. Everybody's happy, including my wife. Who else we got here? MacGyver Dad. Adam, similar story, but Tijuana. You guys are killing me. That sounds like these are like also stories that you need to share. Don't just say I got my balls grabbed in MGM in Tijuana and then don't ask and tell. Yeah, if you're gonna share. I'm here sharing myself. Hold on, I gotta take a sip. Gotta slow down too. I talk so fast in these things. That is gross. Just too sweet. I don't like really sweet things. Adam says 2 women came walking by, and one went full force, grabbed the berries. I yelled in shock, my ball. I don't think it's the rest is a blur. I think. Am I disappearing? All right, I'm back. Everybody's saying, wow, Adam. Another cool thing that I'm waiting on right now is you guys know I have a YT brand ambassadorship through the channel. I have the Jeffsy, I have the Capra, and I have the Decoy. And for those of you guys that have been following YT, the Capra has been dropping slowly, because that's how shipping goes these days, slowly. So they're introducing the Core 2, and Core 3 just came in. I'm waiting to have new bike day once again. I'm waiting on the new Capra build, the Core 4 MX Mullet in a blue, a beautiful blue. And I'm so excited. I hope it gets here. It's supposed to be here at the beginning of June, which is just before the bike park season and just before I take off for the next few weeks. So I'm really looking forward to that. Mike Savicki says, what bike will you take to Downeyville? I'm going to be taking 2. So I'm going to be going to Utah and Downeyville. I'm not going to come back home, so I'm going to be having to choose 2 bikes. One will be the Decoy, and one will be the Capra, whichever Capra it is. Hopefully, it's the new Core 4. I do still have the Capra Elite, which is an amazing bike, and that's going to be my bike park bike for the next, I don't know how long, until I get the Capra Core 4. So I figured one analog, one acoustic bike, and then one e-bike I'm going to have. And I think in Utah, I'm going to be doing some longer rides and just want to have the Decoy there as just in case, or if there's like a day where there's an incredible amount of pedaling and I want to bring Droney there. It's just so much easier for me to film if I have the Decoy, I'm realizing, since I've had it, because I can pedal up if I need to, and I don't have to waste Droney's battery, because Droney's battery only lasts like 15 minutes. And if there's wind, even less sometimes, you know, on a full charge. So if you guys saw that Monroe truck trail video, that was like the best Droney has ever behaved. There was no wind, clear skies, and no trees to get in the way. So he was just like following me like a beast the whole time. I was so proud of Droney McDroneface that day. He did an amazing job. So it gave me kind of confidence to keep going and keep him in the backpack, because I hadn't used him in a while, and now I'm kind of stoked on him again. He proved himself once again. Droney's a picky guy, man. The Scadio 2 is, I always tell people this, as I'm always amazed and stoked on the footage when I get home, but during the trail ride, he really is a pain in the ass, man. You got to stop. It takes a while to connect the phone to the beacon to Droney, and it has to be like the perfect conditions for right. And then he's moody. So it really is like, and for those of you that have been on a ride with me where he's there, you know what I'm talking about, like Blair and Ryan. Like you kind of have to stop and, like, you know, get out of the flow a little bit to get him up there. But every time I do it, I'm always saying when I get home, it's worth it. And it looks so fun. Like as soon as he's up there and I hear him following me, there's a certain like flow state you get in when, like, I have the GoPro going, I'm talking to you, Droney's in the sky, there's just like technology going on, and then I run by a hiker and they're like, what the hell is this crazy person? There's a robot flying by him in the sky, he's talking to himself, and they get a story to tell at dinner time with the kids. Louis says, how much do they charge to take it on the plane? To take what on the plane? Droney? Droney's not coming on the plane. Droney can't keep up with airplanes. Let's see what we got going here. I'm going to buy the mullet Jesse. I didn't know they made a mullet Jesse. How much does the airport charge to take your bike? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. It depends on the airline. So some of them have like big baggage fees. They're over a certain amount. I think it's like 80 pounds. You got to pay almost $200, $250 sometimes. I heard there was an airline or two that was switching that over now and allowing bikes to come on that are a little bit cheaper and putting them into bulk weight, but I'm not sure. But that's why I'm always like prone to driving places. So the thing I'm doing in Park City, they offered to fly me there, and I was like, no, because it's too much of a pain in the ass. I have a bunch of YT bikes. I'm going to drive them out there. I don't want to ride their demo bikes. Or fly my bikes out there. I just like having my mobile. I just like being mobile places. You guys ever go to a party and getting off tangent here? You ever go to a party and like you didn't drive and you stuck there? I always love driving to places because I can just get the hell out of there if I want to go. If I've had enough, I can sneak out the back door. That's kind of my style. It's not like a rude thing that I'm trying to do with anybody. I just like when it's time to go. Instead of making the rounds and doing the goodbyes for 25 minutes, nobody really cares about that. They're going to not be friends with you or think less of you if you just take off. They're kind of jealous that you can even get away with that. So more power to you if you do the sneak out just like me. Octodad says pizza or lasagna. Lasagna pizza, man. Why can't we have both? I don't know what I'm talking about. It depends on the mood. You know, lasagna and pizza are two different moods you're in. If you're going to go with lasagna, you're going to have a nice glass of Cabernet. You're going to have maybe a candle going. Pizza, you can just grab that thing and take it home from work. Two different meals you're having there. So I would say my preference is pizza. Yeah. MB says, I hate being dependent on someone or something else. I agree, and that's totally what I'm talking about. MacGyver just says, Downeyville sounds epic. Total bucket list. Going to do Idlewild in a couple weeks. Much slower than Tommy T. Yeah, Idlewild. So I'm going to go in a quick 30-second Idlewild tangent right now. I love it, and it's on my bucket list to go back to. That's not a bucket list. It's on my list to go back to because the first couple of videos I made on the channel were from there. There's two ways to ride Downeyville. One is Tommy's Way, where you have that DH trail that you go shuttle from the top to bottom. But a lot of people don't know there's a huge amount of trails in there that are cross country, that are enduro, that are downhill too, that you can put together. So it's just a hell of a lot of pedaling, and it's a big maze. So I'm going to go there. I still have a map from back in the day when I used to go there quite a bit. I'm going to bring the decoy, and I'm going to show you guys some of the best trails that you'd never heard of. I'm saying that and I know I say that a lot, but I'm going to be showing you guys some stuff that you didn't even know was on the radar. Like there's rock chutes, there's limestone trails, there's rock gardens, there's fast, slow sections, technical sections. Idlewild kind of has it all. I just haven't been there in a couple years, so I don't know how upkept it's been. But if it's like anything that I remember, it's this hidden gem that's kind of just sitting there waiting for you guys to ride. That's my tangent on that and Idlewild. Okay. Getting the food. Yeah. Also, Idlewild has a great little downtown area. It's one of those mountain towns. It's a great brewery, great shops, great food. They have all the things. Tour of Italy, Olive Garden. That's what my guy says. I am going to Italy this year with my wife. I'm talking about my wife a lot this year. She should be here with me. She has to work, though. She's got like a normal life. So, yeah, we have an Italy trip planned out. What happened was we planned on going on a honeymoon and COVID hit. And we were going to go to Jackson Hole, and everything's shut down, and we got our whole trip canceled. So this year we're doing it right. We're going to go across the Atlantic to Italy. We're going to fly into Ireland. We're going to do 2 days there in Dublin and make it a long layover, and then we're going to go into Tuscany area, and then just take a train around and just have a good time. And I'm talking about good food. You'd think I like meatballs now. Wait till I get back from Italy and gain 20 pounds. I'm going to be drinking a lot of wine, though, not so much beer. I think beer is the problem for me. Like I could stand to lose about 15 pounds because of my craft beer intake. Like I'm not going to get into that issue right now because a lot of people say, how can you like IPAs? I just like the taste. I like bitter things. And I feel like I'm arguing with myself right now, which is really weird. It's kind of weird to do these live streams by yourself. Usually there's someone else to bounce off with, and now I just feel like I'm talking too much. But hey, if I'm not talking, it's just going to be like this. And that's friggin' boring. So let's keep it going. Scouts Out is here. Just had some pepperoni sausage pizza with hot wings. That is going to be really bad for your blood pressure, Mark, but good luck with that one. Let's see who else is here. Tour of Italy. We already did that one. Olive Garden, ew. Agreed. But the breadsticks and soup are pretty good. That's kind of a good deal. Let's see who else we have in here. Happy wife. Yeah, hopefully she's happy. I don't know. She's happy sometimes. Happy wife, happy life. I've got this. You guys should see my setup right now. The sun's going down, so it's getting a little darker. But I've got the computer on like 2 towels in order to keep this at the same size as me, like the same array. I've got the Rode mic's going, so this time it actually isn't going through the computer, which is nice. And I've got a nice little wireless camera up here. I've got the whole I brought it all to Vegas. But here's something. I know we're not talking about mountain biking a lot today. It's probably because I'm not mountain biking today, but I do want to tell you what's going on in my life. And this is one of those things that's happening to me tonight. My wife just sent me a picture of I guess I'll start this by saying I just found out I have sleep apnea. I don't know if a lot of you guys have sleep apnea. It sucks. It sucks. You snore so loud that it makes it hard to breathe at night. I got it from my dad. Got the bad gene, and that's what happened. So anyway, I have this new like sleep apnea machine that I have to use every night. It's not like that invasive. It's not that crazy. It's just it's like a small little tube, and you put this thing on your nose, and it helps you breathe. So I brought the whole thing with me, and the only thing I didn't bring with me was this little piece that goes on your nose. So I got so used to wearing this thing. If you guys don't have sleep apnea, you're not going to know how much this sucks. But yeah, it's kind of a Darth Vader mask to make. But if you guys don't know about it, once you get used to it, you kind of need it because you realize how much of a better sleep you get. And without it, like tonight, I'm just going to be waking myself up, snoring and like gasping for air. It's just a nightmare. And then you don't feel good the next day. You guys are like my therapy session right now. Actually, I'm like telling you guys this as if we're in a session and you care. Hopefully you care if I get a good night's sleep or not. Hopefully. And some of you can, I don't know, resonate with that because you might have the same issue. Do any of you have any local riding spots that are still on your bucket list? Hey, so Mount Wilson, Andy just mentioned Mount Wilson. That is on my bucket list and it's been there for years. And one of the reasons I'm having trouble with it is because I'm kind of scared of heights. And that's one of those rides that, like, the trail maybe up top isn't super gnarly, but there's a cliff edge and the whole time. I just have to do it and get it over with. But I keep coming up with an excuse not to do it. Maybe I'll force myself to do it. We'll do a Patreon or a group ride, and I'll force everyone to do it with me so that we're doing it in a team effort. But yeah, Mount Wilson is definitely one of those videos that I've been wanting to make for a very long time. Do a 30-second Ask Me Anything while wearing it. Oh, man. All right, you guys. I think we're at that point where we're about a half hour in, and it's not that I've run out of things to say, just that I kind of wanted to just do something fun with you guys and get this momentum started for a live stream. And I want to do more of these. If I could do one of these a month, it would be awesome. I feel like next time we do it, we'll have a guest. And I don't want to start a podcast or anything, or start something that it becomes something else. I just want to come on here, bullcrap with you guys, throw a friend in there, and have some good conversations around mountain biking. So this is just kind of a trial run that I wanted to do from Vegas while I'm here. Have some fun doing it, hang out with you guys. Thanks to all of you guys for showing up. And we'll do another one of these probably in a couple weeks. Definitely when I'm traveling too. I would definitely want to get this going when I'm traveling and give you guys updates on the road. I'm going to start doing some travel vlog travel vlogs, because there's so much that happens behind the scenes too, aside from the mountain bike rides, places I'm eating, places I'm going, places I can recommend you to go when you travel to these places, that maybe I can be of some assistance and entertain you guys at the same time and give you some information. See if you're going to Utah or Downeyville, what to do, and do some of the things that, and don't make the mistakes that I sometimes make the first time you go. Same idea behind the trail guides, travel guides, but for mountain biking. So yeah, with that, you guys, I'm gonna go and get some dinner right now and settle down, stop talking to myself. And thank you guys all for coming out. And yeah, go watch this week's video. And with that, I'll see you guys next week and on the next live stream. So thanks for tuning in.